What's good, YouTube? Adriannthakidd back with another reaction video. Today we got a food theory. Stop drinking milk. No, really, stop. You know what I'm saying, bro? Now, food theory. I just found this channel. The food theorists. You know what I'm saying? They got another channel. Film theories. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure. I think, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I heard like last month or 2 months ago that milk is like not healthy for humans or something, which I've never heard before. So you know what I'm saying? Let's see why. Let's get it.
Here at Food Theory HQ, we're always moving to where the truth is hidden. We are utterly unstoppable when it comes to exposing the truth of the food industry.
Bro, who just woke up one day and decided they wanted to milk a cow? That is so sick.
And we do more than just skim the surface.
Since
when is everyone so lactose intolerant around here? Oh wait,
lactose?
Since
You
forever,
lactose?
because we all are.
Hey, Adriannthakidd back in this vid, for the freestyle in the vid. But it's a fire. This is a fire intro.
Internet, welcome to Food Theory, the show that does a body good, unlike milk, or so I plan to convince you of today. That's right, welcome to part 4, 7, 25, who knows, there's been so many at this point, of our ongoing series entitled The Food That You Think Is Good For You Actually Isn't, and You Only Believe That It Is due to a combination of propaganda and fear-mongering. It's still a working title. But today's episode is tackling what is probably, for most of us watching in North America and Europe, the most basic of healthy eating advice that we receive as kids.
Bro, people in the U.S. drink
terrible. Drink your milk, it builds better bones. There are members of my family who are literally forced to drink an 8-ounce glass of milk for every
Hold on, bro. Let me fix my mic right quick. All right, y'all. I think I fixed it.
Single meal. And why not, right? It makes your bones strong. It helps you grow tall.
That's
and
what
of course,
that's what I
it's gonna
heard.
help get you the ladies.
I'd like to meet you, but I'll bet you're hoping for a hunk.
I'm drinking milk, though. Milk's about the best thing I can drink right now to help me build strong arms.
Yo, milk help you get holes?
Broad chest. And when all my work is done, will you love me just for my body?
Oh boy. Ooh, this is not aged well. Here, pretty swimsuit lady, let me heckle you from various generations of my life. Is this honestly what they taught kids back in the 80s? Will you love me for my milk bod? Because all I've got right now is sensitivity, intelligence, and charm. Please, someone, Drew Gooden, Denny Gonzalez, please, someone, look into these commercials. Oh, they are a big oof. Now, admittedly, this isn't the first weird commercial that we've had on the show, though I gotta say the adolescent fantasies and objectification have been cranked.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. And they got the Sony TV.
That going
that's
for
wild.
It. But what's most unexpected about this thing is that it's coming from an organization that sounds reputable. America's Dairy Farmers, the National Dairy Board. But note here that there are no actual statistics that are mentioned. No references to medical terms beyond the vague words of vitamins, calcium, and bones. Same with all these other star-studded celebrity commercials. Or you got this one which uses scare tactics to convince us that without milk we're going to be losing our arms.
Yo, bro, I don't know what I thought just happened, bro.
To convince us that without milk we're gonna be
I thought bro was smashing the cow.
Losing our arms. Sure, a lot of these are meant to be funny, obviously, but they're also meant to be taken seriously, right? Milk is important.
I mean, not really.
Drink. It's gonna help you grow bigger and stronger. Because who would just run ads to promote the general concept of milk? This is gonna be some sort of public health announcement coming from the dairy board, right? Well, all of it is actually propaganda. In the case of our sensitive, intelligent, and charming hunk-to-be, that was actually a commercial created by a consortium of primarily California-based milk producers, as well as the marketing firm McCann Erickson.
So California's scandalous?
Super progressive of California. This wasn't just one company. It was like all the milk producers in California getting together to do a broader advertising campaign. Something that, wouldn't you know, various groups across the U.S. food world have been doing for decades. Remember, beef. It's what's for dinner. Dun dun dun. Actually, I barely remember that one, but in the early 90s, the Beef Industry Council of America, whatever that is, made a big deal about how exciting and easy it was to cook beef. Pork, the other white meat. Yep, that one's coming straight from the mouths of the pork producers
bro, how is that white
America.
Meat is pink?
These sorts of campaigns are so misleading because we think of advertisements coming from single companies wanting to sell you their particular version of a product. But in the case of major food producers, they're all working together to just sell you the idea of an individual food product.
Shake my
Would each
head.
milk company prefer that you drink their brand of milk? Absolutely. But what they all have in common is that they at least want you to drink some milk. So they all band together to produce stuff like this.
Milk's got calcium, don't you know? It does.
So good for teeth, it makes you smile.
So good, it drives you wild.
Bro, milk is not good, bro.
But at least in the case of
Milk is low-key disgusting. Like low-key, if you sit down and drink a glass of milk and you think about what it actually tastes like, bro, it's actually bad. Low-key. And like you know what I'm saying, unless you got the little what do you call it? Nesquik, you know what I'm saying? Chocolate Nesquik strawberry.
milk, all this hype is warranted, right? Like, it's full of calcium. It builds stronger bones. Isn't it a superfood? The answer is, as you can probably guess,
It's
since
not
you're
even a
watching on
food.
this channel, no. Historically, milk is a super powerful tool that humankind has used, from cavemen to colonizers, in order to stay
You just want an
alive
excuse
and
to milk a
also
cow,
promote
bro.
their
Be
own
honest.
agendas. Yep, that milk. But as a result, it's been one of the hardest food trends to get rid of, and it's literally one of the hardest food trends to digest. So, let's start at the beginning,
For
shall
real?
we all know that milk comes from cows.
Bro,
Eventually,
that is
we all
so
realized
nasty.
that there's not that much difference between milk we chug from a carton and the milk that we drank as infants, as uncomfortable as that is. Both are designed as a primary food source for baby animals. And yes, there are lots
So
of
why do we
different
have to
kinds of
drink
milk
titty
out
milk
there,
when
like
we're, like,
almond
babies?
milk, pea milk, oat
I don't think
milk,
we have to,
Yoo-hoo,
but
we're just
why
talking
do we?
about the OG, straight from the
Yoo-hoo.
the source.
And
as
boy,
it
them
were.
things
It doesn't
used
take a
to
genius
hit,
to figure
boy.
out that when human babies pop out, they're not fully cooked yet, and a mother's milk, with its complex mixture of nutrients, vitamins, proteins, beneficial bacteria, antibodies, and lymphocytes, act as a literal power shake for babies.
Okay.
But is it still the best thing when we get older?
What is this?
It's mother's milk.
Evolution would disagree with you
Ugh.
there, Mad Max. See, one of the main components of milk from all mammals is a disaccharide sugar called lactose. Main components of milk from all mammals is a disaccharide sugar called
Bro, monkeys make milk?
lactose, the chemical composition of which is actually very difficult to break down in the adult mammalian digestive system. It needs a hit from an extra
That's
enzyme called
nasty.
lactase to get the job done thoroughly. And special pro tip here, if you see A's at the end of a protein name, it means that it's the protein's job to slice up another protein so it can be used in your body.
Ah.
Lactase slices up lactose.
Lactase.
Here we all thought that science was hard. Anyway, without lactase in our system,
no.
lactose becomes uncomfortable to process. And that's when we get ourselves the old
Oh,
tummy trouble, the
lactose
potty party,
intolerant,
you
you
know
know
what I
what
mean?
I'm
And the thing
saying?
is, by the time people
Oh.
hit 20, our bodies
We
are
learned it, we
designed
learned it,
to
we
no
learned it.
longer produce enough lactase to break down milk, meaning that evolutionarily, all adults are supposed to be lactose intolerant. So what's the deal then? Why am I still able to eat a 20 scoop for Monster every year for my birthday with limited health problems? Outside of, you know, the enormous weight gain that
Boy, if
comes
you can't
with
eat
it.
dairy
Well, it
products,
all
but you
boils
just
down
down
to
terrible,
one
I ain't gonna
word,
lie.
evolution. We all know that evolution
Shut up.
We all know that evolution happens via natural selection through random genetic mutation over the course of thousands and millions of years.
I guess.
Us human beings have been able to survive in some of the most varied habitats on Earth because of our genetic variety. Live in a
guess.
really sunny location? You probably evolved to produce more protective melanin. Need to be able to maybe
Wow. Wow. So you just gonna show me a random black child saying that bro can survive in the desert? I see how it is.
survive in some
'Cause
of the
of his
most
black
varied
skin, okay.
habitats on Earth because of our genetic variety. Live in a really sunny location? You probably evolved to produce more protective melanin. Need to be able to maybe eat literally anything? Don't worry, our teeth are all kinds of different shapes, so we can basically be walking garbage disposals. Nothing around to eat
Bro,
or
our-
drink except
our
for the
teeth
milk
and
from your
jaws are
family
low-key
cow.
powerful.
We've got a mutation for that. Turns out that shortly after humans began domesticating animals for farming and agriculture, they found that in times of famine, starvation, and when the HelloFresh box got swiped off the porch, that they could turn to old Bessie in the front yard to literally help them survive. Sure,
Bro,
the
shorty
milk
just
that was
pissing
being
in a cup.
excreted from her
Are y'all gonna
udders
drink
might
it,
not
bro?
have originally been top of the menu, but it was certainly better to have a stomach ache than a stomach dead.
Yo, how do cows use the bathroom, bro? Because don't tell me we drinking cow piss.
You know, like
That would
actually
just piss me
starving
off.
to death. And it turns out that
No
a
pun
very small
intended.
percentage of the population in areas where this was happening most frequently, namely Central and Northern Europe, had a little mutation that helped them out with this very circumstance. This mutation is called lactase persistence.
Bro, it's like a helicopter
Where instead
outside.
of losing lactase when you grow up, you retain it, along with the ability to break down lactose. As such, the lactase persistent people are better able to survive food shortages with the help of old Daisy and Dolores out in the barn. They're also, in general, less farty. Those two things, being alive and less stinky, make
Bro, I
them
like
more
my ice
likely
cream,
to
bro, I ain't
mate
gonna
and
lie.
procreate. Over the last 5,000 or 6,000 years, a mere blink of an eye in terms of evolution, a decent portion of the world's population have now become mutants. Lactase mutants, not like telekinesis mutants or
Oh,
anything
I was
cool
about
like
to say
that. As time
mutants.
went on, people developed lots of derivatives of milk, like cheese, yogurt, and butter. So
Facts.
if you didn't do so
Cheese
hot
go
with milk,
hard.
maybe you could handle some of those, and thus the dairy obsession
Boy, the
was
milkman be
born out
putting
of
in
the
work,
desire
boy.
to not starve to death. This is all totally logical, but it begs the question, does this 5,000-year-old food trend really need to still exist? I mean,
Facts.
Jello molds were out by the 1930s, and honestly, they were a lot more fun. Sure, staple food products like milk were important in times and places where food is a limited resource, but is milk that nutritionally great for us that we need to keep drinking it when our bodies may or may not even be able to process it in the first place? Is the hype around milk actually warranted, or is milk actually
Bro, and
bad for
then
you?
like
The answer is nuanced. If you saw our Chicken McNuggets episode, you know that even the
okay, bro, talking about chicken nuggets, bro, but like even the school system shoved that stuff down your throat, talking about some milk, calcium, bones, good teeth, carrots. You know what I'm saying? Shove that stuff down your throat. You know what I'm saying? At lunch, like, bro, why am I eating pizza with French fries with a freaking little carton of milk, bro? Like what? Freaking chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes, and some milk. Like, bro, if you don't give me a soda and quit playing, bro.
supposedly neutral nutrition advice that we get is often manufactured through corporations, or is just as often filtered
And
through our own
God forbid
governments
you don't
in
get
order to benefit certain
God forbid you don't
industries.
get the
then
milk.
where do all the
Hey,
things
sweetie,
that
come
we learn
back here.
about
You forgot your milk.
fall? Well, it turns out that milk does have a few clear-cut benefits. For
Oh.
one, milk has been clinically shown to make children grow taller. Not kidding. It's estimated that if you add an
Dead
additional
serious?
serving of milk to a child's diet every single day, they may add a full centimeter to their final adult height.
Man, mom, what was I doing, man? I was sitting there drinking soda, bro. Mom.
Since milk is designed to make baby cows bigger as fast as possible. Since in the wild, they need to be big and tall if they don't want to get eaten by lions or wolves
they're not
or
giraffes.
literally any other predator out there. So yeah, milk can make you bigger if you drink it as a kid and also very consistently over the years. But it's when we start getting a little older that things get dubious. For instance, research
Dubious?
from JAMA Pediatrics tracked
Dubious?
teenagers who had consumed large amounts of milk in their childhood. And they showed that their risk of getting a bone fracture was not only the same as non-milk drinkers, but actually higher, especially when you were talking about taller boys. This is one of several studies that show that if you're taller, your bones are larger, which means that you have more body mass to support.
I mean, it
And
makes
this
sense,
leads
I
to an
guess.
increased risk of fractures and breaks, including those really dangerous hip fractures in elderly
Oh.
people. So the milk did make you taller, but also led to more brittle bones later in life that actually break easier.
I thought they said milk makes strong bones, bro. What such cap? Such
Interestingly
cap.
enough, what science I was able to find shows that yogurt doesn't have a pronounced effect on height. In fact, it may slightly decrease risk of fracture, but the jury is still out on that one. Maybe we can call it breaking even.
Boy,
On top
I
of that,
missed
we
my
know where milk
Gogas,
comes
bruh.
from lactating cows who have naturally occurring hormones in their bodies, just like a person who's recently had a baby. Not their fault, it's just the way it is. But in many countries, additional
Really
hormones
miss
or
my
steroids are added to
Go-Gurt.
cows to make them produce more milk. On top of the lactose that adults aren't supposed to be consuming, a high milk intake can actually alter some of the hormone balances in our own bodies. Wouldn't you
Dang.
know, the results on this one are pretty mixed. Consumption of milk as a child and adolescent may increase your risk of prostate cancer later in life, but drinking milk and eating cheese may decrease your risk of colon cancer. Milk appears to be a pretty mixed bag.
So milk is
Whole
good and
milk might
bad, bro?
increase your cholesterol. Skim milk might lower
I don't
your
want
blood
prostate
pressure.
cancer, but
This
don't
list
touch my
actually goes
wee-wee.
on and on and on, and it's
I ain't gonna
difficult
lie.
to suss out where the science ends and where the bias begins. I mean, you have everything from one side of the spectrum where PETA has their 7 reasons you should never eat dairy to the complete other side of the spectrum with the dairy farmers of Wisconsin who make tens of billions of dollars a year on dairy, tirelessly promoting its benefits to the world.
You see, that's the thing, bro. Like, bro, why would they why would they freaking like talk bad about milk when they making tens of millions of dollars a year off milk? Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. If I was making that much money scamming people, I'm gonna keep on scamming people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make your business look good, bro. So I ain't mad at them, but at the same time, you hurting, you killing people, low key.
truth is obviously somewhere in the middle of those two extremes. The big question here, is milk worse than other sources of calcium and nutrients that you can get out there? No, not really. Is it better? Nope, not that either.
I don't want
If the
prostate
primary
cancer. I keep
reason
on
you're
thinking about
drinking milk
that.
is to get calcium and vitamin D so you can grow bigger and stronger and
Facts.
impress all the swimsuit models with your body
You know what I'm
rather than
saying?
your sensitivity. Consider ways to get the same or better nutrition with less controversy and less money. Green vegetables like broccoli and kale, more calcium than milk. If you hate green things,
Okay.
just try eating some
I heard about
beans. See how
kale.
those fun little round guys that come
Kale.
in burritos and chili? More calcium than milk. Yep, I was surprised
Wow.
too. Tofu, also a primary source of protein and calcium in places in the world.
My
where
mom tried to
lactose
get me to eat
intolerance
tofu,
is
but I
high,
don't-
and it's both
I just don't
cheaper
want it.
and healthier than milk. You know what else has the nutrients of milk in a pinch? A good calcium supplement and a vitamin D drop from the grocery store or pharmacy.
A vitamin
Luckily,
D
we live in a
drop.
day and age where those options are available
dropping
to
off
us.
D.
It is not that hard, friends. So to
In
wrap up
vitamins.
this trilogy, tetralogy, whatever it is, our series of episodes about the conspiracies lurking around every corner of the grocery store, the food is different, but the conclusion largely...
Alright, man. That's it for this video, you know what I'm saying? Milk gives you cancer. Well, you know what I'm saying? It could, or it could like help you grow taller, like bro said in the video, you know what I'm saying? I like this video, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep on doing these food theories, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's gonna change the way my diet works, bro. I barely eat anything, you know what I'm saying, regardless. So really shouldn't change nothing. But hey, leave y'all thoughts in the comment section below, man. Hope y'all enjoyed, man. Adriannthakidd, and I'm lit, and I'm out.